Start with questions in the room. To Josh.
Hey, Elijah. Thanks for talking to us. Appreciate it. We've talked to Greg and Yakov about that 30-minute spell to start the game where you guys were flying. Everything's sort of clicking. Do you feel like that's the level that you guys can consistently reach, or was this an aberration a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's for sure a level we can consistently reach. I think some consistency is what we've been missing lately. I think like you see, like we go to Kansas City, we don't play great. Then we go to Seattle, we go there, hard place to play, and we come back with the result. So I think it's a matter of everybody just understanding that we can do that for an extended period of time. We can do that for a whole game, for games, a stretch of games. So I think we do need the consistency under our belt, but I think it's there, and we see it's there, and we just got to keep putting it out there.
And then when you look at we'll call this the first half of the season, right? 15 games, 5-5-5. I think it's 0 goal differential as well, as even as 500 as you can possibly get for this team. Is that about inconsistency, consistency, trying to find what you guys are capable of doing, and was the first half trying to figure that out?
I feel like there's a little bit of that. Obviously, you see at the beginning of the season, we didn't have the same lineups. We kept switching up the lineups because of the inconsistency. I feel like everybody for this first half thinks and expects us that we can do better, and I think that we need that in the second half of the season. Get more consistency, get more wins, cut out the losses, cut out the errors, and just like you said, a lot more consistency going in the second half.
And my final one. How do you think that you've sort of fared in this first half? I know you haven't been getting some starts in a couple games, and now you're back in the starting lineup tonight. What do you think? How do you think you did, and maybe what do you have to do better here in the second half?
Yeah, I know we've been talking about consistency a lot, but for me personally, consistency is it's a hard thing. So I think at the beginning of the season, I was playing really well, and then I had a couple off games after that. Then I wasn't in the starting 11, which is understandable. And then once the time when I wasn't in it, we started winning, so we kept the same 11. But I think recently I've been ready, and then the last couple of games I've got to start. So I think I just got to be ready when my name's called.
Hey, Elisha. Thanks so much for talking to us. Since we're talking about consistency already, the team has only one loss in the last 6 matches. It seems like the team is starting to reach the level of performances that Greg would want. Do you feel like the team is starting to understand what Greg needs, wants, and more to the point, do you feel like not only are you guys getting it, but is it becoming second nature so that in the second half of the season you guys can implement and execute? Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I think the last 6 games we've been playing a lot better. I think a big thing for us is we've been harping on playing more as a team, as a group. So everything we do it together. We defend together. We attack together. So I think you see it in more recent games. Everybody's putting in the work on the defensive side. Everybody's pressing together. When we get the ball, everybody's moving into the attack together. So I think a big thing that we've been working on is playing as a team. I think we've been implementing that.
Hey, Elijah, Jim Alexander here. I want to get into the mind of a professional soccer player. I mean, the world's really going to be excited now in the next couple of weeks with the World Cup coming in, LA being a host city. Do you allow yourself sort of to become a fan again, even though you're a professional, you sort of know the inner workings of what it is like to be, but you sort of allow yourself to go to that kind of childhood again and watch these games and sort of be a fan and just root and think about the game sort of differently, not as a player, just more as a fan?
Yeah, for sure. I like to enjoy just watching the game, when the Champions League's been on. I love watching PSG. They're playing on a ridiculous. Yeah, your hat. They're playing on a ridiculous level. So see players. I like to watch. Vitinha's one of my favorite players. So I like to just be able to sit down and enjoy a game without looking into it too much.
Would you try to make it out to the game, especially in LA?
If the tickets weren't so expensive and somebody could hook me up, I'd love to. I'd love to.
Fair point. I think we all share it. Thanks a lot.
One quickly. When you look back at last year, where the team was after the first 15 games last year to where you guys are now, that gives you confidence going into the second half? Knowing you guys have come pretty far. I mean, you couldn't get any worse than you were last year.
Yeah, I mean, the stretch that we've been putting together recently, I think it gives us confidence going into the break. I mean, coming off the 3 points from Seattle, we expected to get 3 points out of the game today, but I feel like we put together a pretty solid stretch as of recent. So I think we all need the confidence going into the break because, like you said, last year couldn't have gotten any worse. So you can imagine going into this break that we have coming up with the first half of the season like last year and what it does to your mind. So I think that us looking back on the little stretch that we've put together right before the break, I think it will be really good for us to go into the break and then come back after the break flying.
Thanks, Elijah, for your time.
Yeah, thank you guys. We're going.
Right.